Hi everyone. So, time and again, people have requested me to share some of my books and some of where I get my knowledge from, or what do I know about certain things that I read in books. Um, so, there is one book, and why I'm doing this is because a lot of people are falling sick, and I have been asked time and again about affirmations, about gratitude. You don't really need any books or guidance to actually know what affirmations to do or how to learn to be grateful. You can be grateful to, for example, a chair for allowing you to sit and giving you a good backrest. You can be grateful to the air to help you breathe. You can be grateful every morning to the sun who shines and gives you light. Just imagine if we lived in a world which was always dark and there was no sunlight. We take these things for granted. So, when you are grateful, just imagine when you give something to someone, everyone who does something expects appreciation or gratitude. Hi, Rachna. I hope you all can hear me. So everybody expects gratitude and appreciation. For example, a woman is working whole day, cleaning your house, washing your clothes. Even if she's washing it in a washing machine, even if she is, just cooking and supervising the servants, but she is looking after your house. She is looking after your children and your parents or your family and you. Or, for example, your husband is going out and earning and coming back extremely tired. You have no idea what he goes through whole day at work with his colleagues and his boss. He could be having a hard time. Maybe he doesn't come and tell you. Maybe you don't tell him about what all you go through with your, servants or in-laws or children. So everybody goes through their own little issues. But instead of fighting with the other that you don't appreciate me, if you would start appreciating that person, maybe that person would learn to appreciate you. And I have seen that happen. Suddenly, that person will realize that you notice. Everything about relationships is appreciating each other and being grateful. Similarly, even the universe or God is about appreciation and being grateful. If somebody has to give you a gift and you're going to just, keep it aside and maybe open it in 3 days and then just use it and not say a word of thank you, next time the person is not going to bother wrapping first of all, they're not going to bother getting a gift. Hi, Dipti. I'm okay. Managing somehow. I have trouble sitting, but I'm managing. And it's definitely not wrapping the gift. You may be wishing somebody every year on their birthday, year after year after year, maybe giving gifts, then cards, then calling and wishing. But if one day you realize that after all the effort I put in, this person doesn't even bother to wish me on my birthday, maybe you'll stop doing that. Maybe you won't want to do that. So, similarly, even the universe, Mother Earth, God, life, if we can be grateful, we can, thank once in a while. And the other thing that happens by being in gratitude and being grateful to God and the universe is that uh, so I shared a post on my Instagram and on Twitter today, which somebody shared with me, and I thank that person who shared it with me. Everything is vibration. I may tell you what nonsense, but because I'm smiling, I'm not angry. It's part of conversation. But the same thing, if I scream and shout and I tell you what nonsense, you're not going to like that. So it's the vibration, not just the sound. I could probably be just moving my lips and not a sound, but expression of my face. Sometimes it's not even the expression of your face. You're just talking on the phone, or you may just think of a person, but the vibration that you get from the other side may not be comfortable. So it's the vibration. Every time you are in gratitude, your vibration changes. Your vibration changes. And when your vibration, and it becomes higher, it becomes positive. And when your vibration becomes positive and higher, you do not attract negativity in your life. And the post that I was talking about that I shared today, it explained how people who are getting COVID, they're basically getting it because they're scared, they're anxious, and their vibration is low. They are tired. Tiredness lowers your vibration. It's the whole day. Maybe you've done nothing, probably just sat at your desk writing papers. Maybe you've just been on the laptop. Maybe you've just, been driving with the music on, enjoyed the drive, but you've driven the whole day. You're sitting. It's not like you've really worked very hard, but you're tired. Moment you're tired, I will come to that. Moment you're tired, your vibration goes low. And uh, there have been so many instances where there's been a person who's been so tired. But the moment somebody mentions about something that that person likes or enjoys, they will put their tiredness aside, maybe go take a shower and actually enjoy 2 hours of maybe games or party or talking to a friend or maybe a lover, whatever. So it's about raising your vibration. Now, when you talk about news, I will read out the a page from this book that I really want you all to, uh, write it in your minds and remember it every time you see something negative. It's been years, actually years since I don't watch the television. I definitely don't watch the news. Unfortunately, because of Sushant, I am so active on Twitter that now I'm exposed to news only because I want to keep myself updated about what is happening about the justice part of thing. And also on Twitter and Facebook, even if I don't read the news, I don't have newspaper coming in my house for years. All the mainstream media, hi Tanu, hi Ganpati, all the mainstream media is manipulated. We are only fed what those people want us to hear. They bring our vibration down. If you think about it, if you're really happy, but you happen to listen to a song which is sad, you like the song, you like the music, so you will listen to it. It's not that you have any issues in life. Maybe it's a romantic song and you have a lovely wife waiting at home. Hi, namaskar. Hi, Tanu. And you have a lovely wife waiting at home, you love and she loves you and everything is great, but you listen to that song and your vibration goes low. At the same time, if you are sad, if you are really upset about something, and somebody just puts on some nice happy music, your vibration will improve. You will, towards the end of the song or the middle of the song, you'll probably be tapping your feet or dancing or singing or actually smiling. And it's happened with me so many times. Like one minute I'm crying and the next minute I'm like literally dancing in my car. And the other cars who are passing by, they're wondering what is wrong with this woman, because I tend to do that a lot often. I mean, if I love the music and I'm very fond of dancing and singing, hi, AO, yes, social distance. So thank you, Ganpati. Hi, Ritu. So that is why I keep telling you all, when we do meditations, I put on music, mantras, binaural beats, subliminal music. Why do I keep telling you all and sharing subliminal music or binaural beats videos on my content, on my community section on YouTube, and sometimes on Twitter as well? It's because these things actually raise your vibrations. And that is exactly what gratitude does. So, when, for example, you make it a daily habit to write one, two, or three, hi Nupur, whatever number of things, and if it's not just in the morning, throughout the day, make a notepad in your phone or a book, a small tiny book, your journal kind of a thing. Write down the date. And supposing you got up and somebody made you some lovely tea and you loved it. Yes, music is a healer because it raises your vibration. And you enjoyed that tea, or you had something for breakfast, your wife or your mother made you something for breakfast that you love and were not expecting. Write it down. Oh, today I had this. Thank you so much. Say it to that person. Just because you're going to appreciate somebody, that person is going to enjoy it, like it, and probably may want to do more good things for you. But if you're not going to appreciate, one day that person is going to be fed up and be like, fuck it, whatever I do is not enough for you. So why the hell should I do it? That's, I mean, you all understand. Yes, yes, exactly. So when a person is born, when a child is born, there are only two emotions that the child understand: fear, and so actually only fear and fright. And later on, it turns to fear and flight, something like defense and flights. So, what happens is when a child is born, if you talk loudly or there's a bang, the child will get all shaken up. But other than that, the child has no emotions, it's not scared of anything. A 1 year old, 2 year old child will probably go and reach out to a hot pan or a burning fire or a lamp because he doesn't know that it can burn. It's when you shout at that child, and over time, the child starts understanding that this is shouting. That means that she is angry. That means that is when he starts crying. It's 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 how if we teach that child patience, if we show that child patience instead of shouting and screaming, the child will learn patience. But if we shout and scream and hit, that is what the child is going to learn. I think I've spoken about this before in my inner child thing. Now, when every time we have done videos about chakras, Neil or Neeta or Jassi or me, every time we have spoken about it, even Yogesh when he had come, we have spoken that, hi Ruby. So we have always mentioned that your emotions and your mental and your emotional body. So we have 7 bodies. We have a physical body, we have an emotional body, we have a mental body, we have 7 bodies. I don't remember the names right now. So, but we have 7 bodies. Okay. Now, when something goes wrong in your emotional and mental body and your vibration comes down, depending on what actually is the issue, that particular chakra will get blocked. So, for example, uh, I'll just give you a hypothetical example. Somebody came and proposed to you, and you are like really good friends with someone, and that person suddenly says, oh yes, I know we are friends, but you know what, I've fallen in love with you, let's get married. But you actually are contemplating getting married to somebody else. Maybe you're not in an affair, or maybe you are in an affair, and you like this person but not like that. And now you're confused, you realize that, oh really, now for days and days you'll be thinking, what do I do? Yes, Nupur, it does. I'll come to all of that. List down all your health issues on a piece of paper and ask me, and I will read it out. So now you're confused. Now, where is confusion? Confusion is here, it's in the mind. What is here? Hi, Ritu. What is here? Now, this is connected to this, your sinus, your cold. When you get confused, you'll start having a runny nose. Till your confusion is solved. Why the cold goes away automatically after 3-4 days? Because you take that much of time to solve your confusion. Now, when supposing you're really angry at someone and you want to tell that person off, but because of whatever reason, you're not doing that. You're keeping patient, you're keeping quiet. Even it could be the other way around. Maybe you love somebody and you want to tell that person, I love you, but you're holding it. You want to say it, say it. What will happen? Cough will start. Third eye chakra, into the future, looking into the future in confusion. Throat chakra, need to speak. Heart chakra creates. So every time when somebody gets a shock, which they are upset about, why do they get a heart attack or a heart fail? Because listen to the words, heart attack. So actually, those emotions have attacked that person's heart. That is why that person got a heart attack. And why did the heart fail? Because he doesn't want to live anymore. Oh my God, is it like this? I cannot accept this. I do not want to live anymore. So, Hindi में कहावत है, इसने अपने आगे एक like they say that you have a wall, you've created a wall around you. इसने अपने पत्थर दिल जिसको बोलते हैं, पत्थर दिल. So he's made his heart so strong. All these, things that people say, what is it called? Phrases that people say are something, yes, are something all related to all of these things. Now, when a child doesn't want to go to school, why will that child have a stomach pain? Out of fear? Or it must be, yes, it is out of fear. I don't think there's any other reason. And eventually, if you actually dig deep, you will find out that there's something like that happening. Somebody is bullying him or shaming him. Maybe the teacher is shaming him in front of the class. Maybe, he'll get either loose motions or he will have vomiting. Now, what does vomiting signify? It's coming back from here. That means there is something you're holding in your gut. You're holding it. Hi, Vishnu. So, we'll come to that, Nupur. So you're holding it in your gut. What is it that you're holding in your gut? It's fear. It's when you vomit and it stinks. That means it has along with it some kind of anger, some kind of negative emotions. Why does that happen? All kinds of diseases actually settle down once the moment you are sick or something has happened. Ask your body, sit into meditation, talk to your body. What is it that you want? What is your problem? What is the confusion? What is the fear? What is the anxiety? Why are you feeling sick? Because it's called dis-ease. So your mental and emotional body is at a dis-ease, is why you have manifested it physically. Now, when a child is born, a child has an etheric cord so they have a placenta, but that is cut at birth. So that etheric cord is still there till the child is 8 years old. I have spoken about this before also. Till the child is about 8 years old, it's there with the mother. So when the mother, why do small children fall very sick if the mother is not happy? If the mother is happy, the child will be a very healthy child. So if the mother is going through some emotional and mental issues, the mother may not fall sick, but the child will fall sick. So if the child has cough and cold, that means something is not right with the mother. She is upset. She is, anxious, unable to express herself, and maybe she is confused about something. There may be there may be certain issues with the mother that the mother is going through, which is why the child is sick. Now, this is a book that you should read. She also has, Louis Hay also has a book, Heal Your Body. And this is Heal Your Life. She has a lot of journals also that she has come out with. Just pay attention to what I'm reading. And because this first page is what tells you about all that I've spoken at length here right now. It tells you about that. I've learned that there are really just two patterns that contribute to dis-ease: fear and anger. Yes, Amita. Anger can show up as impatience, irritation, frustration, criticism, resentment, jealousy, or bitterness. These are all thoughts that poison the body. When we release this burden, all the organs in our body begin to function properly. Fear could be tension, anxiety, nervousness, worry, doubt, insecurity, feeling not good enough, or unworthiness. Now, this could be related to either the other problem, the other person, or your own self. Bleeding problem before 50 years. What bleeding problem? I will tackle that. Let me just go through this page, Vishnu. Yes, Dipti, it doesn't matter. Ignore it. Faith in what? Okay, wait. Fear could be tension, anxiety, nervousness, worry, doubt, insecurity, feeling not good enough, or unworthiness. Do you relate to any of this stuff? We must learn to substitute faith for fear if we are to heal. Faith in what? Faith in life. I believe that we live in a yes universe. No matter what we choose to think or believe, the universe always says yes to us. So, thank you, cute and wild. So, if you notice, all our Hindu gods are always standing like this. All the idols you will see like this. What does this mean? Tathastu. So be it. Meaning, whatever you think, whatever you say, whatever you do, whatever you wish, so be it. So, if you are thinking in your mind, oh God, life is horrible. So God says, Tathastu. And your life is horrible. And if you are thinking, wow, it's such a beautiful day. I am happy. God says, Tathastu. So we live in a yes universe. No matter what we choose to believe or think, the universe always says yes to us. If we think poverty, the universe says yes to that. If we think prosperity, the universe says yes to that. So we want to think and believe that what we have the right to be healthy, that health is natural to us, the universe will support and say yes to this belief. Be a yes person, and I know that you live in a yes world being responded to by a yes universe. Now you know the secret of an abundant life: abundance of health, abundance of love, abundance of finances. If you find yourself with some sort of dis-ease that's not listed in here because of your own investigator and healer, become your own investigator and healer. Ask yourself, is it one of the forms of fear or is it one of the forms of anger? Are you willing to release those thoughts? Are you willing to replace those thoughts with positive affirmations? So when you speak negative, if the universe is going to say yes, it's going to say yes to affirmations as well. Parth, thank you. So it's going to say yes to affirmations as well. So another thing is that when you say an affirmation, do you know why a mantra is said 108 times or anything is done minimum 21 times, it's always in the multiples of 3 or 9 or 369. So when you say something 108 times, or at least for 108 days, for example, Parth, you want to be tall. So stop worrying about your height and look at yourself in the mirror and say, wow, I am so good looking, tall, and I have a beautiful physique. Say it for at least 108 days with faith. Yes, universe. Loving yourself will also contribute greatly to healing your body, for love heals. So when I, thank you, Nupur. So when I do healing meditation sessions, the green light that I do, the green light signifies God's love. It signifies divine love. It signifies that love that maybe only a mother can give you. It has, when you send love to somebody, they say that you take 2 glasses of water and you speak, I hate you in one and I love you in one, and give it to 2 different people. The moment they drink it, after a while, those 2 people, even if you give it to somebody who loves you, you give them, I hate you, they will behave in a very weird fashion. And you give that water, I love you, to somebody who hates you, probably he will calm down. So when you do green light healing for Mother Earth or for everybody around the earth, so somebody asked me that day when I was doing green light, when you do this meditation, it will also go to all the terrorists and all the negative people and all the enemies. Yes, it will. Maybe when you send them that green light, maybe they will calm down and their hearts will work and they will realize what is the mistake they are making, and maybe they will stop doing it. Not maybe, they may, actually they may. But of course, the amount of anger, frustration, fear that they have, why are they all doing this? Because they are fearsome. They are doing it in defense. So when you send them love, maybe the fear will calm down, and it needs to be sent in that amount. So that's why I said stand in front of the mirror and do affirmations or love yourself. Now, people always say, I am lonely. I have not found anybody who loves me. Maybe you don't love yourself enough, because generally we are not taught to love ourselves. The saddest part is in school and in at home, and from what we see, we don't see anybody loving themselves. We're always told by mom or dad or the society or the teacher, well, you need to look after that person. You need to love that person. You need to forgive that person. You need to help that person. Has anybody ever taught you? You need to forgive yourself. Everybody makes mistakes. You forgive everyone else. Why can't you forgive yourself? Has anybody ever taught you to love yourself? When you get married, you make love to your spouse's body. What about sometime making love to your body? And that doesn't have to be in a sexual nature. It could be in a sensual nature. It could be in a good way. Like Nupur asked me about weight gain. She asked me, does depression, when you eat a lot, you put on weight? I will come to that. I will read that out. No problem. Srinivasan, you last time you told me your name. I forgot. I'm sorry. You told me 2 names. Column of caste, anyone delete in our life. Emotional quotient के बारे में भी बोलना. हाँ, मैं वो सब बोल रही हूँ. Savvy, yes, right. So to find yourself with some sort of disease, that is, okay, loving yourself. So how do you love yourself? First of all, and most important, cease all criticism of yourself and others. When I do something which I may have done as a child, and I know that my mom or dad had scolded me, the voice goes on like this in my head. Ho gaya? कर दिया, हाँ, बस यही बाकी था. Oh, whatever. I'm just giving you a rough example. That's not what she said. But so my mom or dad may have criticized me, maybe as a child. The moment I do something similar, today at 53, I hear the same voice. And what is that same voice doing? I am criticizing myself. Big deal. So what? Everybody makes mistakes. It's okay. I'll correct myself. So, first of all, stop criticizing yourself and others. Accept as yourself as you are. We are all taught. पता नहीं मुझे, मैंने देखा नहीं. So, we are all taught to accept our husband or wife or brother or sister or mother or father or friend as they are. हमें बोला जाता है, कोई बात नहीं, छोड़ना, तेरी छोटी बहन है, माफ कर दे. कोई बात नहीं, तेरा हस्बैंड है, माफ कर दे. Ignore it. Accept yourself. Praise yourself as much as you can. You like it when people praise you, appreciate you, right? Why do you depend on people to do that for you? Why can't you praise yourself? Why can't you look into the mirror and say, wow, I look good today. I am fit. That's, like, this is nice, that is nice. Look at your pictures and appreciate yourself. Look at your, whatever work you're doing. Supposing you're cooking and you've cooked well, you like it, irrespective of whether somebody else likes it or not. You say, wow, that's delicious. I'm a good cook. Pat my back. You should do that. Criticism breaks down the inner spirit and praise builds it up. This is what I said, raising your vibration and lowering your vibration. When you listen to news which is negative, it lowers your vibration. When you listen to news that is positive, why do you think you're hearing everywhere, oh my God, COVID has taken over the world. Oh my God, people are dying left, right, center. Oh my God, there's no oxygen, there's no hospital beds. Everywhere this news, they are just trying to lower your vibrations and instilling fear into you. In the first wave, not many people died. In the second wave, even the youngsters begin to die. Why? Because it's fear and anxiety. They have managed to lower your vibration that, oh my God, in the first round this happened. Now in the second round, what? I need to take care of myself. Oh my God, what if I die? What if I fall sick? Oh, that person fell sick and went to hospital and went through shit. Like 15 days, that man couldn't breathe and he didn't have an oxygen cylinder. What if it happens with me? That's lowering your vibration. Having faith, I am fit and fine. Nothing is going to happen with me. It's all bullshit. They have managed to lower your vibration. You need to raise your vibration. Be confident. Talk to yourself. Be healthy. Do pranayam. Have your, Ayurvedic kadhas or grandmother's recipes that we can talk about that sometime. Grandmother's recipes that used to help. Yes, to panic us. Yes. Yes, Nupur. So, look into the mirror often and simply say, I love you. I really love you. People people always ask me. I don't know if it is that. I don't know if it is because of that, but not anymore. I mean, today when I click my pictures, when I see myself online, I'm like, oh, you know. But sometimes, when I see my old pictures, and sometimes when my face is really glowing and I see my pictures and I'm like, wow, Guinea, you are beautiful. You really look young. I keep saying that to myself. Oh, wow, lovely hair. I say that to myself. I like your nose. You've got good lips. I say that to myself. So I don't know if it's because of that. Thank you, Ganpati. So it may be, and when I feel low, I just go in front of the mirror and I say, I love you. Or I may be in bed and I may be low, like low or feeling upset about something. I just hug myself. I just hug myself, and I hug a pillow or something, and I hug myself and I say, I love you. And I'm fine. I just listen to some nice songs or something. You should do that. Thank you, Shelley. Hey, thank you, son. So, it may be difficult at first. It definitely is difficult, but keep practicing, and soon you will mean and feel what you say. That is what affirmations are all about. Love yourself as much as you can, and all of life will mirror this back to you. By the way, okay, now coming to Nupur asked me about weight gain. So, shall I start from the beginning? I'll read a few out to you and you will understand what I mean, and you can start writing those there. Yeah, even I do that, Shelly, but not so much when I cry. I think the pillow is below my head and it gets completely wet. Okay, so I will give you certain examples. I will read some from here, which are main. So I was just talking about abdominal cramps when children feel. It's fear, stopping the process. They don't want to go to school, they want to stay at home. So, what is the affirmation? Aha, I know, Nupur. So, even I have put on a lot of weight in the last 5 years. Yes, I look very different in every picture. You haven't seen me my earlier pictures, but then, okay, that was history. So, abdominal cramps, the affirmation for this is I trust the process of life and I am safe. So, like I said, if you have something, some pain in your gut, it is because you are scared. Accidents, why do accidents happen? The inability to speak up for the self, rebellion against authority, belief in violence. What is, I think I need to say this because I have a lot of accidents. I fractured my knee in 2018. I fractured my tailbone this year in Jan, and I'm still suffering with that. And accidents say the affirmation is I release the pattern in me that created this. I am at peace and I am worthwhile. Aches, when you have aches and pains, it means you're longing for love. You're longing to be held. Your whole body can pain or part of you can pain. And the affirmation you do is I love and approve of myself. I am loving and I am lovable. Yes, which words may work. I haven't tried those actually. I haven't tried those. And unless and until I really believe in something, don't ask me about belly fat. मेरा खुद का 5 किलो का पेट हो गया है. I don't know what to do about it. I think you just need to work out. If you love yourself, you'll work out and you'll lose it. The thing is that the moment I started, so I've been sick for years, and yes, affirmations do work. If you can say something and God says tathastu and it's going to work, how will affirmations not work? So I just, so since I've been sick and I've been mostly on the bed for the last 4 or 5 years, I've started, got a trainer this year in Jan. And the moment I got a trainer, 2 days later, I fell and I fractured my tailbone. Now, that is my body's resistance to heal myself because maybe, subconsciously, everything happens at a very subconscious level. If we have the time after we finish, reading part of it and all, maybe I'll do a subconscious, a healing session if I can, if y'all are up to it. So, Adenoids, adrenal problems, AIDS, alcoholism, allergies. So a lot of people suffer from a lot of allergies. So it depends on allergy is basically who are you allergic to? Denying your own power. Again, there is an element of fear here. What you need to do is you need to say the affirmation that the world is safe and friendly. I am safe and I am at peace with life. Alzheimer's, amnesia, anemia, anorexia, anxiety. So anxiety, why do we have anxiety? Not trusting the flow and the process of life. This is, the list is in alphabetical order. So I will just read out names, and if you want something, you can ask me. I will read that out to you. Now, if it is anything to do with your ankles, sometimes your ankles twist, there's a sprain, there's a fracture, or there's just a pain. It means inflexibility and guilt. Now, why that? Why inflexibility? Why joint pains? What do joints do? It's very logical and simple to understand. What do joints do? Joints help you to move. Uh, when your ankle is fit, you'll be able to walk. Where will you walk? You won't be walking backwards, you're walking forwards. So, when your ankle is hurt or painful and you're unable to walk, there's a fracture or there's a sprain, it basically means you're resisting going ahead or towards success. You have the fear that you may not be successful. So you want to go, you don't want to go ahead with those plans. And because you're resisting it mentally, your ankle got hurt. Yes. Now, coming to the knees, the major issue that elder people have in this country or all over the world, I would say, the moment they start aging, they have knee pain, their ligaments are worn out. Nowadays they've started knee replacement. Why do you have knee issues? What does knee help you to do? It helps you to walk forward. It helps you to bend, sit down. It helps you in a lot of things in life. Now, when you say the knee helps you to bend, who does not bend? A tree, a huge, rigid tree will not bend. Why? Because that tree is rigid, which means the person is adamant, stubborn, doesn't want to change their belief system. Now, what happens is after 50, 60 years of seeing life, you've lived your life in a certain manner. And life has moved on, changes are occurring, but you do not want to adapt to those changes. You do not want to listen to the children. You want your way because you're the father or you're the mother. You want things your way. So, this is the way things have always been. I want it this way. What will happen? You will be forced to change with time, but that rigidity will show up as knee pain or knee issues. Now, back problems. Shall we go to back problems? Arthritis. A lot of people must be having arthritis. People do. I mean, it's a very common thing. I'm not saying any of you, I'm just saying. So, when arthritis happens, you're basically each and every joint pains. Why does it pain? When your body pains, you're feeling unloved. So, your joints pain, you're feeling unloved. And criticism and resentment, you're not able to handle. So, the affirmation for that is I am love. I now choose to love and approve of myself. I see others with love. Yes, you have to change with the flow. Asthma. So, what is it that people are suffering from in COVID? They're suffering from breathing problems. They're suffering from asthma. They're suffering from um, pneumonia. I think so. COVID is not there in this book because this book is a very old edition, but we will read asthma and pneumonia. Smother love, inability to breathe for oneself, feeling stifled, suppressed crying, when you are unable, when you have not released your pain, you've not spoken about all that pain in your heart, when your body is unable to take it, and it will happen over a long time. It won't happen overnight. It's very rare that it happens overnight. Generally, it's bottling up of feelings of sadness and being unloved that one day will come out. And the affirmation for this is, it is safe now for me to take charge of my own life. I choose to be free. Why thyroid and diabetes? Alphabetical order. I'm still at A. I will come to that. Now the back problems. So the lower back. Now this is very interesting. Uh, what does your body do? What does your spine do in your body? If you wouldn't have a spine, would you be able to stand straight or even sit straight? You would slump. Your body would be like this. So what does your back do? It supports you. It is your life support system. Your entire nerves from your brain to the feet and to the fingertips, they all pass through your spine. It holds your back together, and it is your pillar of support. Now, who is the pillar of support? We've spoken about this in the inner child session. Who is your pillar of support? For some people, it's the mother. For some people, it's a father because he's the one who's earning the money. For some people, it is the husband, maybe. So, for different people, it could mean different things. Now, the moment that person takes their support away from you, or the moment that person dies, or the moment some shit happens between the two of you and you break up, the first thing that will happen, it may not happen suddenly, it may happen after years, but the first thing that will happen is you'll get a attack on the back. You probably may get a slip disc, you may get cervical, but cervical is another story. I will come to that. Cervical is because this part of the spine is holding your neck and shoulders. And when you start feeling a lot of responsibility on your shoulders and your shoulders cannot take it, that is when your cervical issues will begin. When you have low back issues, that is what the low back is, the joint between your upper part of the body and the lower part of your body. That is your support system. That is your finances. So, the lower back pain is fear of money or lack of financial support. Fear of money meaning fear of losing money, or generally, some people don't want to be rich because subconsciously they have a fear. The affirmation is, I trust the process of life. All I need is always taken care of. I am safe. The middle back is guilt, stuck in all that stuff back there. Get off my back. So when you say get off my back, so all that guilt that is stuck in your system is in the middle portion of your back. You need to say, you need to forgive yourself. You need to release the past. I release the past. I'm free to move forward and forward with love in my heart. The upper back, lack of emotional support, feeling unloved, holding back love. I love and approve of myself. Life supports and loves me. If you love yourself enough and you do not have fear and anxiety, you will never fall sick. Never ever fall sick. I have seen people who love themselves like nobody's business. They don't care a damn what is happening in the world. They don't care who thinks what about them. They just know that I love myself, and the world can go get lost. I don't care. You'll never see them having problems. So they say that, a person drinks, he smokes, he eats non-veg, and he lives to probably a 90 or 100. But a person who does not eat non-veg, who does not smoke, who's never had a drink in his life, and who's been such an ardent follower of God and doing his name and puja and everything, he probably dies at 50 or 60. There was somebody in my circle who at 45, even younger than me, died of a heart attack. So, bad breath. Anybody suffer from that? Anger and revenge thoughts, experiences backing up. I release the past with love. I choose to voice only love. When you talk bad about someone, when you gossip, that's when you have bad breath. Baldness. Anybody want to know about baldness? Bedwetting, belching, Bell's palsy, bites, blackheads. Blackheads are small outbursts of anger. I calm my thoughts and I am serene. There was something acne also. I think somebody was asking me about acne the other day. Acne. Acne is not accepting the self, dislike of the self. I'm a divine expression of life. I love and accept myself where I am right now, is the affirmation. Now, you were asking me about thyroid and diabetes. Okay. You want to know about blood pressure, baldness, and acne? Acne, I just read out. Baldness, okay, I'll read baldness. तेरे को थोड़ी baldness हो रही है पार्थ. Baldness means, when you know these things, there's so much you come to know about a person without knowing anything. You just ask a person, what are your health issues? A stranger. And you will know the subconscious mind, working at the subconscious mind level, what are the fears that the person holds, and what are the as a defense mechanism, what is the behavior that the person is having. So BP also I will read. So for example, diabetes. I'll read diabetes. Baldness is fear, tension, trying to control everything. No wonder most of the rich men are bald, because they're always trying to control everything, and they are fearsome of losing their money, not trusting the process of life. I am safe. I love and approve of myself, and I trust life. Is baldness. Diabetes, bone marrow, blood pressure. Oh, okay. High blood pressure. So high blood pressure is long-standing emotional problems not solved. The affirmation is PCOD. Okay, I'll come to PCOD. I joyously release the past. I am at peace. Low blood pressure, lack of love as a child. Oh, okay. Defeatism. What's the use? It won't work anyway. I have had this book for years and I never bothered to read about low blood pressure. And since I was a child, I was about 10 years old, I have suffered from low blood pressure till a few years after I separated from my husband. So now I don't. Even the doctor is surprised I don't have it now. I now choose to live in the ever joyous now. My life is a joy. So I now choose to live in the ever joyous now. So it's only So beautiful. It's only when I started living in the now, not worrying about my past and my future, that my blood pressure became normal. And leukemia. Leukemia, that's blood cancer. Okay, so I should see leukemia for that. Okay, leukemia. Okay, I'll come to that later. Fractures. Rebelling. Rebelling against authority. No wonder I have fractures. I've had 3 fractures in my life. 2010, I fractured my wrist. 2018, I fractured my knee. And 2021, I fractured my tailbone. So I have always been a rebel. So rebelling against authority. And when I'm unable to do that, I end up fracturing myself. So well, anyway, coming to this, the affirmation is, in my world, I am my own authority. For I am the only one who thinks in my mind. Brain tumor, breast problems, cysts, lumps, or will it be breast cancer? Let me just see. Cancer. Okay, so it'll have to be, I'll have to read breasts and cancer. A friend of mine, about 15 days back, has been diagnosed with breast cancer. And an auntie of mine, about a month back, was diagnosed by blood cancer. So leukemia, I will read later. So breasts represents mothering and nurturing and nourishment. I take in and give out nourishment in perfect balance is the affirmation. When you have cysts and lumps or soreness, the reason is that I refuse to nourish the self, putting everyone else first, over-mothering, over-protection, and overbearing attitudes. The affirmation is, I am important, I count, I now care for and nourish myself with love and with joy. I allow others the freedom to be who they are. We are all safe and free. I wonder if that is the reason a lot of men have breasts instead of chests. Okay. Bronchitis, breathing problems. So I will also see asphyxiating attacks and hyperventilation. Asphyxiating, yes, is necessary because a lot of people are facing that in COVID also. Asphyxia. Okay, asphyxiating attacks. Why is English such a tongue twister? Breathing problems, hyperventilation is fear, not trusting the process of life and getting stuck in childhood. It is safe to grow up. The world is safe. I am safe. So like I said, why are people having all those suddenly the second wave of COVID is because they were scared. They did not trust the process of life and they thought everybody is dying, even I'm going to die. Well, so fear or refusal to take in life fully, not feeling the right to take up space or even exist, like you don't belong on this earth. So the affirmation for that is, it is my birthright to live fully and freely. I am worth loving. I now choose to live life fully. Bronchitis, respiratory ailments, inflamed family environment, arguments and yelling, sometimes silent. The affirmation is, I declare peace and harmony within me and around me. All is well. You remember that film, All is Well? 3 Idiots? All is well. Start doing that every day. All is well. Seriously. It was an amazing film, although I don't want to talk about Bollywood, but that film was based on the true life of a man, and that life, that person, that was amazing. Cancer. Cancer is caused, any kind of cancer is caused due to deep hurt, long standing resentment. So you remember I said, okay, you remember I said that whatever your emotional or mental trauma, it may be for a split second at that moment and you may ignore it, but it goes and manifests in your subconscious mind, and years later, it may manifest as a severe issue. So that's why I always say that people who have cancer have for years and years, maybe 10, 20, 30 years, been taking shit from people. They have a deep resentment of life, or they have, depending on which part of the body that is. So imagine those people who have multiple, cancer tumors sprouting up in multiple organ failures and all of that. Imagine the amount of pain. Now, there are a lot of people who go through this and they feel the pain. They have gone through that pain. Hi, A. Bevnak. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But imagine the amount of pain that they must have gone through. Now, it's not important, it's not necessary that actually something was done with them, injustice was done with them, and my God, they were like really severely tortured. Maybe it is just in their mind. It does not necessarily have to be around you or being done to you. It could just be in your mind. Oh my God, poor me. That self pity. Oh my God, poor me. That kills everything. Yes. Now, cancer is due to deep hurt, long standing resentments, deep secret or grief, eating away at the self, carrying hatred, and the feeling of what's the use? The affirmation is I lovingly forgive and release all of the past. I choose to fill my world with joy. I love and approve of myself. Car sickness. Anybody has car sickness? The fear, bondage, feeling of being trapped. The affirmation is I move with ease through time and space. Only love surrounds me. At the end of the day, everything boils down to love. Just love yourself. Love doesn't necessarily have to be of the romantic kind. It could just be of a brotherly kind, a friendly kind, a self-love kind. It could just be divine love, motherly kind, fatherly love. Just love everyone, love yourself. The moment you start loving everyone and everybody starts loving you, that's it. You've cracked it. Okay, cancer, cataracts, cellulite, cerebral palsy is what my son has. Cerebral palsy is the need to unite the family in an action of love. And now he can't speak and he's not going to do affirmations when I tell him to, but this does not come from this life. This comes from past life because this was from birth. So it has to do either with past life or it has to do with when I was pregnant. And that is when the soul decided that it needs to be born as a cerebral palsy child to keep the family together, which just shows that I had a lot of problems when I was pregnant. Okay, cold sores, cold. Okay, so upper respiratory illness is cold, too much going on at once, mental confusion and disorder. PCOD पे आती हूँ, अभी तक वहाँ आई नहीं. Small hurts. I get 3 colds every winter type of belief. Right. So मौसम बदलता है तो सर्दी खांसी तो होती है, बिलीफ सिस्टम है ना, तो मौसम बदलेगा तो सर्दी खांसी तो होगी, उस बिलीफ सिस्टम को निकालो दिमाग से. And the affirmation is, I allow my mind to relax and be at peace. Clarity and harmony are within me and around me. All is well. Colic, colon, colitis, circulation, chronic diseases, chills, coma. The coma, the reason is fear or escaping from something or someone. I remember last year there was an SSRian who had faced an accident and the wife had gone into coma. Now, this was the lady was somewhere in Bihar, I think, and the sister was in Nagpur. And she messaged me on Instagram that, ma'am, I need your help. My sister's gone into coma. And that is the time when I had, I think, first time done some healing or spoken about Archangel Michael or something like that after I started doing SSR videos and all. So I told her to believe this. That post is still there on my Twitter and my Instagram. I told her, record an affirmation on a tape recorder or a phone or something and play it on loop near her ear. So she said that the doctor doesn't allow, and I told her to keep praying for her, of course. She said the doctor doesn't allow. I said, okay, you put a headphone or a Bluetooth speaker in her ear and you sit outside with the phone and play that affirmation. And you know what that affirmation was? I love myself and I have a great life. They kept doing that. So initially 10 days the doctor wouldn't allow, but when the doctor did allow, she started moving her fingers and her eyes or something. And eventually, I think by the end of 3 or 4 weeks, she was out of coma. So it works. It does work. Okay, that was the affirmation is, we surround you with safety and love. We create a space for you to heal. You are loved. This is the affirmation you have to tell that person. Cramps, crying, cuts, cystic fibroids. Now, you were asking me about PCOD. I don't know if PCOD is there. Let me just check. I will still read. It's going to take me a whole night to read all of this. But no, PCOD is not there. No, it's not there. It's not written as PCOD, but when I go through this, maybe I'll find someone. Coronary thrombosis. That means heart attack. Heart attack means heart attack. Heart attack means squeezing all the joy out of the heart in favor of money or position. Start with this. I wonder why your name is Condom. Okay. The affirmation is, I bring joy back to the center of my heart. I express love to all. So squeezing the heart meaning, thank you. The heart is squeezed. So a lot of people have this problem where the lungs are, they've become small, like they've squeezed. So heart, yes, but the lungs also comes in the heart chakra region. So they need to love. They've blocked their heart. Okay, where was I now? Fibrosis, cystic fibrosis. So PCOD is also ovarian cystic thing. So I will just read this. Cystic fibrosis, a thick belief that life won't work for you. Poor me. Self-pity. The affirmation is life loves me and I love life. I now choose to take in life fully and freely. Cysts. Cysts can also be for PCOD. Vomika Arora. Vomika, kidney failure. Vomika, are you who I think you are? Gitu. Okay, because Vomika तो मैंने नाम Vomika Arora एक ही सुना है. I don't know if you're Gitu or Goga, but I will. किसको हो गया kidney failure? मैं देख के बताती हूँ. Cystic cysts. Running the old painful movie in your mind. Nursing hurts. A false growth. Deafness, death, dementia, depression. Depression is anger. You feel you do not have a right to have. Anger, you feel you do not have a right to have. Hopelessness. The affirmation is I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. I create my life. Diabetes. I was talking about diabetes. Diabetes is the longing for what might have been, a great need to control, deep sorrow, no sweetness left in life, and feeling unloved. So the affirmation is, so everybody with diabetes, they say diabetes cannot be cured. Try it. This moment is filled with joy. I now choose to experience the sweetness of today and this very moment. Dizziness, deafness, dry eye, ears, earache, elbow, endometriosis. Endometriosis is something like PCOD. So endometriosis is about insecurity, disappointment, and frustration, replacing self-love with sugar, blamers. That means you blame other people for what you feel, what you go through. I had endometriosis because I used to blame my mom for my life because she forced me to get married. So the affirmation is I am both powerful and desirable. It's wonderful to be a woman. I love myself and I am fulfilled. Can somebody just type it there so that all these affirmations that I'm seeing, for what it is, at least it'll be easier for you to go through the comments. So PCOD or endometriosis is I am both powerful and desirable. It's wonderful to be a woman. I love myself and I'm fulfilled. If you remember in my previous slides, I have said that, in that life about that video about women's rights, I had mentioned that women are not happy being born a woman and they're blaming themselves because of some past life experiences as a woman or belief systems that they have gathered in past life or coming through the genes and DNA or as they grow up. So you need to love yourself as a woman and be proud. When I was small, I heard that my dad always wanted a son. And being the eldest one, I used to try and be his son. I always wanted to be a son. And I was like, why am I born a girl? I wish I was a boy. And थोड़ी हरकतें करती थी मैं tomboyish. I was kind of, although I've always been very feminine, but I liked being a tomboy. Eventually, but over the years, I realized that I'm much better off as a woman because women have compassion and kindness. And they're faithful and loving. And I think today I'm proud to be a woman. I would never want to be a man. Epilepsy, anybody? Kidney failure पे आती हूँ मैं. Eye problems, sty, children face fainting. So fainting is basically about fear. You can't cope, blacking out. I have the power and strength and knowledge to handle everything in life is the affirmation for fainting. Fact. Somebody asked me about overweight. Nupur, I think you asked me. Overweight is now it depends. Now, your entire body and all your chakras are related to different parts of your body, to different emotions. So when your arms are fat, it's a different story. When your thighs are fat, it's different. When your belly, your hips, so it's different. I will read out all of it. So overweight basically means oversensitivity, often represents fear and shows a need to protect yourself. Fear may be a cover for hidden anger and resistance to forgive. Now I know why I'm putting on weight. Okay. The affirmations are: I am protected by divine law, divine love. I am always safe and secure. I am willing to grow up and take responsibility for my life. I forgive others and I now create my own life the way I want. I am safe. I forgive others and I now create my own life the way I want. I am safe. Right. Now, when your arms are fat, anger at being denied love. It is safe for me to create all the love I want. Hello, Jai Shri Krishna. Hi, Wanda Kumar. Okay. And now, when you have fat on your belly, it is anger at being denied nourishment. Nourishment doesn't necessarily mean food, it means emotional nourishment. You've not had anybody pampering you. So you're angry about it because you are out pampering everyone else. So, you finally realize that, okay, it's time even I need to be pampered. And that is when you start putting on weight on your belly. So the affirmation is: I nourish myself with spiritual food and I am satisfied and free. When you have big hips and you put on weight on the hips, it is lumps of stubborn anger at the parents. And the affirmation is: I'm willing to forgive the past. It is safe for me to go beyond my parents' limitations. It's definitely safe once you've grown up. And thighs, thunder thighs. Sri Devi, thunder thighs. She was known for her thighs. Now you know why her thighs were fat. Packed childhood anger, often rage at the father. If I'm not wrong, I think even Rekha had thunder thighs. And it's only when she got into yoga and everything that she toned down. But of course, she wears saris all the time, so you wouldn't know if she still has thunder thighs. But it's rage at the father, mainly at the father, but childhood anger. And the affirmation is: I see my father as a loveless child and I forgive easily. We are both free. Okay, then female problems, that is amenorrhea, dysmenorrhea. ये सारी गंदी जो प्रॉब्लम्स है उनका नाम रिया से क्यों खत्म होता है? एमेनोरिया, डिस्मेनोरिया, ल्यूकोरिया. रिया. Okay. These problems basically mean denial of the self, rejecting femininity, rejection of the feminine principle. And the affirmation is: I rejoice in my femaleness. I love being a woman. I love my body. Fever. A lot of people get fever, and during COVID, a lot of people did get fever. I wonder if that fever was because of COVID or because it was at the anger at having the lockdown. So the fever basically is an expression of anger. That is why your body is burning up. The affirmation is I am the cool, calm expression of peace and love. Fibroids, tumors, and cysts. You asked me about PCOD. Nursing a hurt from a partner. A blow to the feminine ego. The affirmation is I release the pattern in me that attracted this experience. I create only good in my life. Excessive mental stress. Let me just go through this. Let me finish. And food poisoning, foot problems, fractures. So now, didn't we do fractures? No, we did fractures. We did bone problems. Okay. Frigidity, fungus, gallstones. So gallstones is one very other common. Thank you, Rosalind. I'll come to that, Ruby. Gallstones is another very common thing that people go through. And when you have gallstones, the doctor will generally ask you to cut down on your masalas and red pepper and black pepper and green pepper. This is due to bitterness and hard thoughts, condemning and pride. The affirmation is there is joyous release of the past. Life is sweet and so am I. Gas pains, flatulence, gripping fear, undigested ideas. What I was talking about, pain in the gut, in the stomach. If it is due to gas, I relax. The affirmation is I relax and let life flow through me with ease. Gout. Anybody has gout? Gray hair. Gray hair तो बुढ़ापे से भी आ जाता है. Well, it's written stress. Let me tell you something. My mother's father's brother still is alive. He is in Amritsar. So my parents came from Pakistan during the partition, and my mother was born, I think, maybe in 51. So they had all settled in Amritsar, and my mom's dad decided to come to Chandigarh, but his brother decided to stay back in Amritsar, and he is still alive. He drinks a quarter of rum every day. He has chicken, tandoori fish or fried fish, Amritsari fish, or whatever with his drink every day. He walks from one son's house to the other son's house, which must be about 5-10 kilometers every day. He doesn't have glasses. He can hear perfectly well. And his hair, hardly any are white. Hardly any. That's what happens when you love yourself, when you're confident, and you have faith in life. He must be around, I think my mom is 70. My mom is 70? Yeah, she's 70. So he must be around, what, 90? 95? Well, so gray hair is due to stress, a belief in pressure and strain. You believe in taking stresses when you get gray hair. बहुत है, मेरे भी आधे हैं. The affirmation is I am at peace and comfortable in every area of my life. I am strong and capable. Kidney, you told me. Kidney problems, heartburn, hemorrhoids, hepatitis, hip problems. So the hip carries the body in perfect balance forward, and the fear of going forward in major decisions and nothing to move forward to is when you have hip problems. Oh, aisa kya? Okay. My tailbone fracture, so it has given me a hip problem because my one side of the hip is swollen up and I can't sit, so I I keep shifting sides and things like that. If I have to sit on the sofa or something, I mean, I'm sitting here because I'm sitting on the cushion on the chair, but otherwise I have to lie down. I can't sit. Indigestion, infection, inflammation. Okay, sometimes we have inflammation, which is the fear, seeing red, inflamed thinking. My thinking, so affirmation is my thinking is peaceful, calm, and centered. Influenza, virus, a flu basically is, now this is, listen to this carefully. COVID is another kind of a flu or an influenza or a virus. Now, what does this mean? Response to mass negativity and beliefs. Raising your vibration and lowering your vibration. Next time, don't, I was seeing somebody's video on YouTube yesterday, and that man was saying that Aditya Thackeray had disappeared and nobody knew where he was. And when he came back, he told people that he had COVID. And he was preparing for a phase 3 of COVID. And that man said कि अभी तक phase 2 इन लोगों से handle नहीं हो रहा है, तो phase 3 कैसे handle करेंगे? So a few things in here. Number 1, phase 3. So when you say preparing for phase 3, what does it actually mean? It means you are going to throw that phase 3 on us. So, distribute the virus. What is it? Is that what you mean? And if not, then preparing for phase 3, you haven't been able to handle phase 2 effectively after having phase 1 whole of last year. And the second thing is that this is mass negativity and beliefs, fear, belief in statistics. For God's sake, stop believing in statistics. Oh, at least from now on, you know not to do this. I think you're wrong, Wonder. But anyway, the affirmation for this is, please share this, at least share this affirmation with everyone and this fact with everyone. I am beyond group beliefs or the calendar. I am free from all congestion and influence. Yes, yes, yes. I am happy. I am strong. I'm physically, mentally, completely fit and fine. And I am loved. I love myself. That is very important. And I love everyone else. Insomnia. A lot of people may have insomnia. It is the fear, not trusting the process of life, and guilt. The affirmation is, I lovingly release the day and slip into peaceful sleep, knowing tomorrow will take care of itself. Jaundice, joints, kidney problems. So, Vamika, you said failure kidney. Did you say that? Kidney failure. Okay. So, kidney problems is criticism, disappointment, failure, shame, reacting like a little kid. Divine affirmation is divine right action is always taking place in my life. Only good comes from each experience. It is safe to grow up. So, when you are facing criticism, disappointment, failure, shame, and you feel that you have reacted as a child, so only good comes from each experience. It is safe to grow up. And when you have kidney stones, I think Vijay Salgaonkar had kidney stones, and that was his major problem. So, lumps of undissolved anger. The affirmation is, I dissolve all past problems with ease. Knee problems represents pride and ego. Thank you. So the affirmation for knee problems is, I am flexible and flowing. Laryngitis is, you're so mad that you can't speak. Fear of speaking up, resentment of authority, because you know that when you speak, the words will kill the person. And the affirmation is, so what happens is your voice just doesn't come. It's gone. So I am free of affirmation. You say to yourself. You don't necessarily have to say it aloud. In fact, mantras and affirmations should always be written or said to yourself. I am free to ask for what I want, or it is safe to express myself, and I am at peace. किडनी प्रॉब्लम में किडनी फेलियर नहीं था, किडनी प्रॉब्लम में सिर्फ यही था. ओके. Leg problems, leprosy, leukemia. So leukemia is blood cancer, which says brutally killing inspiration. What is the use of this life? Affirmation is, I move beyond past limitations into the freedom of the now. It is safe to be me. Liver problems, locked jaw, lump in throat, lung problems. So people are having lung problems due to COVID, not due to COVID, but during this COVID pandemic. I will come to pneumonia as well, but the lung problem says the ability to take in life, because we breathe and it goes to the lungs. So it's the ability to take in life. The moment you stop breathing, you're dead. I take in life in perfect balance. Depression, grief, fear of taking in life, not feeling worthy of living life fully is pneumonia. The affirmation is, hi Anamika, I had dinner and I'm just full. I have the capacity to take in the fullness of life. I lovingly live life to the fullest. Malaria, menopause problems, fear of no longer being wanted, fear of aging, self-rejection, not feeling good enough. Affirmations, I am balanced and peaceful in all changes of cycles, and I bless my body with love. Yes. That is the fear to communicate, because something in your subconscious mind, hi Dimple, hi Mayu, something in your mind, in your subconscious mind does not, it has something to do with your subconscious mind. I know that. Menstrual problems, migraines. Okay, Divya had, one of my students, Divya has a migraine problem. Okay, another thing, my tarot students, the course should be over by the end of this month, and I have asked them to come live with me and do free readings for all of you. Now, some of them have, they are not comfortable coming on video, so I don't know whether it will manifest, whether all will come, when, how will it go, and all of that. But yes, we do have a free reading session coming up once my students are ready by the end of this month. I am going to try for the 30th, but I cannot promise the date yet. But yes, free readings definitely coming up for everyone, which my students will be doing. I will be right here, and if I see that I need to correct them, I will correct them. So don't worry about that. They're doing very well. Migraines. So dislike of being driven, resisting the flow of life, sexual fears can usually be relieved by masturbation, which is a fact. The affirmation is, I relax into the flow of life and let life provide all that I need easily and comfortably. Life is for me. I shouldn't have taken their names. Okay. Don't why? I'm running out of time because you're always in a rush. Addiction to devices is because it is depression. When you're addicted to your phone, when you're addicted to Instagram, YouTube, television, all these things is because you're not being creative. Your creative chakra is your sacral chakra, 4 inches below your navel. and you've put a stop to that creativity. You're not using your brain, you're not using your heart, you're not using your solar plexus or your sacral. So that is why your belly fat is increasing, because you're not creating anything. So do some painting, do some, I mean, look at this. Parth sent me an outline of Shiva. Parth sent me this. It was just an outline. And from that, I made this. I mean, I am crazy about Krishna and Shiva. And I tried to make Vishnu, but I just lost my patience. So, yes, let me just finish this. So, when you say that you are addicted, that's because you have nothing else to do. Do you pick up a book and read? Pick up a book and read. Pick up some good spiritual book or interesting book and read it. Why do you always, when you are addicted to your devices, that means you want to keep your brain busy. Why do you want to keep your brain busy? Because when you sit down and think, when your brain is idle, then you start either pitting yourself, or you think about all the negative reasons in life to be sad, and and that is the reason you're addicted. But you have to, I don't have, so I have a personal number. The only app I have on that is Telegram, no WhatsApp. I have a business number, a professional number. This phone doesn't work. It's my son's old phones that I always use, their old discarded phones. And now this phone has come to a point where it's going to crash any day. It's in very bad state. The only app I have on that is the work Telegram. WhatsApp, which I wanted to delete, but it is so convenient that I can label the chats and label whether somebody is paid up or it's a new client or it's for classes. So that is not there in Telegram. And I have auto response messages in WhatsApp, business WhatsApp. So that's the only thing why I haven't been able to delete it. Other than that, the only other app I have is Instagram, because I have to upload my pictures, my posts. I can't do it from the laptop, although now I can, but I can't do a live from it. I cannot, like shoot with my phone and upload on the laptop and all that. So I'm forced to have even that Instagram, otherwise I would not have it. So you need to, if you do not want to read a book, yes, I will come to that, Mayu. I can't really promise it's there in this book, or I will try. It is why today I cracked my gadget, why I did do this all the time, because you are angry about something in life and you do not want to communicate it. That is why you are unable to communicate your anger. So, Nupur, doesn't necessarily mean that you have to only read a book. You can take painting classes, you can take drawing classes, you can take singing classes, you can take yoga classes, you can take dancing classes, you can take online classes. There is a free doodle workshop that my friend has announced, one of my clients has announced on Instagram, which I just shared today. It's a free workshop. Use some doodling. I created so many, I created some, art just by doodling. And it's doodling and doing art is therapeutic. It is healing. It heals your mind. It heals your soul. It teaches you how to be patient. It teaches you a lot of things. There is a friend of mine who's come out with these uh, coloring books, which are all about Ramayana and Mahabharata and Ganesh and Shiva. And there is so much of detailing in it. And it has a story. Link of what? The doodling is on my Instagram. Please check there on my story. And these books, Ramayana, Mahabharata books, they have the story, they have the picture of the whole book is one story, and you just need to color. At least start doing that. Trust me, you finish one book and by the end of it, you'll be a changed person. That's my guarantee. You need to get off that addiction of the phone by your own self. Okay. Did you use a stone and throw it on your TV screen, or did you use your phone and throw it in anger? Motion sickness, mouth, malaria, mucus, colon, muscles, muscular dystrophy. Somebody told me they have multiple sclerosis. Recently, somebody said that. So, multiple sclerosis is mental hardness, iron will, inflexibility, and fear. So, the affirmation for that is by choosing loving, joyous thoughts. I create a loving, joyous world. I am safe, free, and loved. Muscular dystrophy, it's not worth growing up. So, muscular dystrophy. Generally, this happens at birth. So, it has got something to do with the relationship of the parents with each other, or it's coming from past life. The affirmation is I go beyond my parents' limitations. I am free to be the best me I can. Nausea, neck, cervical. So, somebody was asking me about cervical. What affirmation should do if we have trust issues in relationship? Hi Sheetal, hi Ayushi. Trust issues in relationship. Okay, let me think about it, and let me just finish this, and I will think about it and tell you. I was doing cervical issue, spine issue, cervical. It represents flexibility, the ability to see what is back there. Otherwise, you can't turn around. So, the affirmation is I am peaceful with life. 2019, all of 2019, I was on bed with a cervical issue. बिजी रहो एग्जैक्टली लेकिन क्रिएटिवली बिजी रहो उल्टा सीधा गलत काम करने में बिजी नहीं रहो what emotional quotient what does that mean rm motion sickness you want motion sickness okay motion sickness was there motion sickness is fear of not being in control. I did read this earlier. And the affirmation is I'm always in control of my thoughts. I am safe. I love and approve of myself. And cervical, neck problems, nervous breakdown, nose. Okay, so runny nose, stuffy nose, and nose bleeding. Visualize. Okay, I'm a little lost about this chat here. So if you all are chatting with each other, that's okay, carry on. Nose represents self-recognition. I recognize my own intuitive ability. If it bleeds, nosebleed means a need for recognition, feeling unrecognized and unnoticed, crying for love. Oh. Affirmation is I love and approve of myself. I recognize my own true worth and I am wonderful. A runny nose, cold, runny nose, is asking for help, inner crying. The affirmation is I love and comfort myself in ways that are pleasing to me. A stuffy nose, not recognizing the self worth. The affirmation is I love and appreciate myself. Diabetes, headache, I finished everything. I did that earlier, Indu. So go back and see my video and you will see it. Overweight, I think I read this right. Fear, need for protection, running away from self, insecurity, self rejection, seeking fulfillment. In a way, you are trying to protect yourself by putting on weight. When we feel cold, we use a coat or a blanket to protect ourselves. Similarly, obesity and fat is when emotionally you're trying to protect yourself and you put on fat. So the affirmation is, I'm at peace with my own feelings. I'm safe where I am. I create my own security. I love and approve of myself. Bell's palsy, cerebral palsy, Parkinson's, paralysis. Rubbish. No. Anybody will say anything. Liver issues. I don't think I've come to liver issues as yet. I will come to that. Pituitary gland, piles, pimples. Pimples is small outbursts of anger. I affirmation is, I calm my thoughts and I am serene. Pneumonia. Pneumonia is being desperate, tired of life, emotional wounds that are not allowed to heal. A lot of people are getting pneumonia in COVID. And the affirmation is, I freely take in divine ideas that are filled with the breath and the intelligence of life. This is a new moment. Mm. Psoriasis, fear of being hurt, deadening the senses of the self, refusing to accept responsibility for our own feelings. I am alive to the joys of living. I deserve and accept the very best in life. I love and approve of myself. Mm. Oh, liver. Where is, so what exactly? Where is liver gone? Liver. Yeah, liver problems. Liver is it's because it is the seat of anger and primitive emotions. Love, peace, and joy are what I know, is the affirmation. The affirmation is, love and peace and joy are what I know. The liver problems like hepatitis, jaundice is chronic complaining, justifying, fault finding to deceive yourself, justifying, fault finding to deceive yourself, and feeling bad. The affirmation is, I choose to live through the open space in my heart. I look for love and find it everywhere. Hepatitis and jaundice is internal and external prejudice, unbalanced reason. The affirmation is, I feel tolerance and compassion and love for all and myself included. Hepatitis. Hepatitis is resistance to change, fear, anger, and hatred. Liver is the seat of anger and rage. The affirmation is, my mind is cleansed and free. I leave the past and move into the new. All is well. Root canal. So why do some people have so many root canals? They can't bite into anything anymore. Root beliefs are being destroyed. The affirmation is, I create firm foundations for myself and for my life. I choose my beliefs to support me joyously. Sciatica pain. Being hypocritical, fear of money and of the future. I move into, the affirmation is, I move into my greater good. My good is everywhere and I am secure and safe. Maybe around the 30th. Acne, I've already finished. Acne scars. एक्ने स्कार्स के लिए कुछ नहीं होता है, एक्ने होता है, वो स्कार्स को पॉलिश करके निकालना पड़ेगा. You need to go for a skin polishing. If you acne scars happen because you know, break your acne. You're not supposed to do that. No, we are not here to discuss this, sir. Who said we are? Students, live with students, I will approximately on the 30th, I believe. Let's see. So that was sciatica, scratches, seasickness, shin, shoulders, sinus problems. Sinus happens because irritation to one person or someone close, because there is irritation with one particular person or someone close. And the affirmation is, I declare peace and harmony, indwell me and surround me at all times. Indwell me. I declare peace and harmony indwell me and surround me at all times. All is well. That means peace and harmony live in my heart and surround me all the time. Indwell me. Slip disc is feeling totally unsupported by life and indecisive. The affirmation is, life supports all of my thoughts. Therefore, I love and approve of myself and all is well. Snoring. How many of you snore? How many of you snore? Snoring is because stubborn refusal to let go of old patterns. I don't know if I snore. I'll have to probably keep my phone on recording at night and find out. The affirmation is, I release all that is unlike love and joy in my mind. I move from the past into the new and fresh and vital. Solar plexus spasms, sores, spine, sprains. Sprains are because of anger and resistance, not wanting to move in a certain direction in life. The affirmation is, I trust the process of life to take me only to my highest good. I am at peace. Suicide. So why wasn't there murder? If suicide was there, why wasn't there murder? Okay. Suicide says, see only life only in black and white. Refusal to see another way out. Affirmation is, I live in the totality of possibilities. There is always another way. I am safe. Teeth problems is long-standing indecisiveness, inability to break down ideas for analysis and decisions. I've already finished with sleep problems like insomnia and all. I forgot. Would anybody like to come and talk? I can share the link if you wish to come. Throat problems, thymus, thyroid. Thyroid is something. It's because you don't want to die, but others want you to die. What was that? What was that about? Nupur, nobody wants you to die. Okay, thyroid, I was reading, is humiliation. I never get to do what I want to do. When is it going to be my turn? No, that is funny. Okay, so no, I just wanted to see if it was there. So I never got. So I told you I'm a rebel. So that's the reason my thyroid is. Thank God, touch wood. I've always had a good, you know, throat chakra. Never get to do what I want to do. When is it going to be my turn? Well, learn to take your turn if you have thyroid. I move beyond, the affirmation is, I move beyond old limitations and not allow myself to express freely and creatively. Whose chakra is imbalanced? Do you know that even having your pets having ticks, or you having khatmal in your bed, or you having rats or cockroaches in your house, all these things are manifestations of your subconscious issues. And I think I said that I will do meditation in the end, didn't I? Okay, I'll do it. Urinary infections is because you're pissed off, usually at the opposite sex or the lover, blaming others. The affirmation is, I release the pattern in my consciousness that created this condition. I'm willing to change. I love and approve of myself. Varicose veins, standing in a situation you hate, discouragement, feeling overworked and overburdened. The affirmation is I stand in truth and live and move in joy. I love life and circulate freely. Vomiting is violent rejection of ideas, fear of the new. The affirmation is I digest life safely and joyously. Only good comes to me and through me. You know, one thing that I did not read, I think I should have. It is addiction, because your addiction could be to smoking, drinking, drugs, food, sex. It could be anything. So addiction is also, that is the cervical. I've already read about that. Addiction is also to your gadgets. What is addiction? Listen to this, Nupur. Running from the self, fear, not knowing how to love the self. The affirmation is anybody who has that addiction of your gadgets. Affirmation is I now discover how wonderful I am. I choose to love and enjoy myself. Mobile phones aane se pehle, you know, when my kids were small and there were no mobile phones, there was only the landline. And there was a lot of time on hand after doing the breakfast and lunch and dinner and cleaning. So, you know what I used to do with my spare time? I used to knit sweaters for my children, booties, caps. After they grew up, in fact, I even knitted a sweater for myself. And I used to, with my sewing machine, I used to stitch pillow covers, night suits for my children, clothes for my nightie for myself, um, you know, anything like table covers, curtains. I used to use my old dupattas or saris and uh, stitch them up into curtains or table covers or different things. I used to do a lot of those kinds of things. I used to paint, like in my old house. I'd literally, you know, this huge wall that you see behind me, this big a wall I painted in my children's room when they were small. That time they were small. So I painted this beautiful garden with a huge tree and a tree house and a hut and a river and a bridge and a teddy bear crossing it. And really, I don't know if that is true. कुछ भी बोलता होगा वो. I used to do that. And I was happy. I was such a happy person. Since I stopped doing that, I mean, you know, I got, when Facebook came in 2000, whatever, 4 or 5, we all got addicted to Facebook. After that, you know, all these apps came up, the smartphones came up, and earlier it was computers. You couldn't carry it with you, and then laptops came up. Everyone's gotten addicted to these gadgets because those people who are manufacturing these gadgets, they want you to be dumb. They don't want you to use your brains. They don't want you to be creative. They don't want you to be happy. They want to feed all that negative data, all those fears about this is happening, that is happening into your minds, so that your vibration is always low. Do you understand that? Do you realize? टीवी खोलो, टीवी में क्या मिलता है? वो एकता कपूर के stupid serials full of negativity. Movies, murder and violence, news, rape and murder and political issues. What do you get on the television? Why do you even see it? My children watch television. If my son is out of India, till he comes back, the television, I don't put it on even once. And because of that, 3 of my televisions have spoiled. And then my son calls me up from there and tells me, Mom, एक बार तो टीवी ऑन कर लिया करो दिन में. नहीं ऑन करती हूँ मैं, मुझे इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं, मैंने केबल भी नहीं ले रखा है अपने टीवी में, तो लगा हुआ है, पड़ा है, बकवास है. Yes, up. Don't get addicted to all these things. Now, meditation. Okay, so if you, ये कोई बुक मैंने नहीं लिखी है कि मैं उसको प्रमोट कर रही हूँ, but a lot of people asked me a lot of questions, and this is something that I felt could help you. So a very tiny part of the book, I don't know what that means, I have shared with you. Okay, now would you like to go ahead with the meditation? It will take about 15-20 minutes. Thank you, Cheryl. Hirsutism. I don't know what is hirsutism. Nadine, I don't know what that means. But so I can start doing this meditation where it is basically about your subconscious mind, tapping into your subconscious mind and healing your body. Right. So close your eyes, everyone. Settle down first in a good space. Either lie down. Don't look at the screen. You just keep it phone on the side. You don't have to do anything. Just close your eyes, lie down, or lie down on your sofa or on a chair where you have a good backrest. Lying down would be better, of course, but you can just put on your headphones so that you can hear me, but don't need to see me. And tomorrow, Neela is coming back with laws for adoption, Indian laws of adoption. Day after tomorrow, no, on Saturday night, Neil Vora is coming back with his forest meditation for a whole hour. What I'm going to do is hardly 10-15 minutes. Yes, exactly, Rita. But that is going to be a full hour of meditation. So make sure that you have your dinner, relax into bed, and go through that meditation and then go off to sleep. This will hardly be 10-15 minutes, I think. Okay, well, lie down, sit, be comfortable. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale from your mouth. Inhale. Exhale from your mouth. With your eyes closed, try and look at the point where your third eye is, that is between your eyebrows. Don't strain yourself. The bridge of the nose is also fine. Now do deep breathing, but don't force it. Lightly take in a deep breath and lightly exhale from your nose. Two, three, four, five. Relax your mind. I will count back. While I count back along with me in your mind. 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91, 90, 89, 88, 87, 86, 85, 84, 83, 82, 81, 80, 79, 78, 77, 76, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71, 70, 69, 68, 67, 66, 65, 64, 63, 62, 61, 60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now imagine yourself standing at the foot, at the top of a staircase. Imagine a huge staircase. You decide what the handrail is made of. You decide what the stairs are made of. You decide what color it is. You decide how it looks. You're standing there looking down a flight of steps. Step down. 1, 2. As you step down the steps, notice what you're wearing in your feet. Notice it yourself. What are the clothes you're wearing? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice how you feel while you step down from those flight of steps. 9, 10. As you reach the foot of the steps, in front of you is a large garden. There is grass all around. There are trees, tall trees. You step into the garden and you go ahead. There are beautiful flowers. There are bushes. There are birds chirping on the trees, flying above. There's a beautiful rainbow in the sky that you see. There are roses, lilies, sunflowers. You see parrots and macaws flying. You see birds chirping. You see bees humming. You see fruits dangling from the trees. As you move ahead through these bushes and trees, you hear some gurgling water sounds. As you come through these bushes, you see in front of you a small waterfall with a beautiful big pond with blue waters, with butterflies all around, dolphins in that water. You remove your clothes and shoes and you step into those waters. You take a dip in the water. Don't worry if you don't know swimming. This is not really happening physically. Just enjoy the feel of that water on your skin, the sound of gurgling water, the sound of the birds, the beautiful fragrance of all kinds of flowers around you. Enjoy it. Swim into the waters. There are dolphins there who play with you, come and hug you. The waters has a lot of crystals in it that energize the waters and make it into healing waters. All and any of your physical issues, emotional issues, mental issues are healed by that water. You swim on these waters alongside the dolphins. You laugh. You're at peace. There is a beautiful fragrance around you. You've never been so happy. You've never known such peace. Enjoy it. As you come out of that water, thanking those crystals and dolphins, the sun shines on you. You step onto the grass. The sun dries you up. You wear your shoes and clothes. It's magically done, instantly done. You wade through the flowering bushes, touching and smelling the flowers, playing with the butterflies, breaking the fruits from the tree and eating it, enjoying it. Nothing tasted sweeter and more delicious. When you swam in the waters, you left all your negativity behind. You've come out as a positive person who is healed, happy, full of joy, and full of love. You sing along with the birds. You love them as much as you love yourself. You dance along with them. Now walk back to the stairs. As you go up the stairs, leaving the garden behind, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. Hormones imbalance, Sheetal. I have already done thyroid and PCOD and all of that. So when you see the video again, you will have to see the whole thing, because nobody really here wrote whatever I was saying, or you can just buy that book and read it in that. So that was the meditation. I hope you all liked it and enjoyed it. And it was in a manner of a hypnotic meditation, hypnotherapy kind of a meditation. And tomorrow and day after, 9, thank you. It's going to be 9 and 9:30. So around 9:30, same time, always. Okay, Dipti, you're welcome. Glad. Now, this is a very simple meditation that you all can do on your own. मम्मी ने बचपन में हॉर्लिक्स पिलाया था, इसलिए. Refer to Ayurvedic doctor. There is somebody had given me Ayush Shakti or something. There is a website. You go on that and there is a list of doctors. So they refer you to the doctor, and they give you the medicines as well. And they're not very expensive and they're amazing. Even I've been having those medicines after my fracture. Thank you. Anita, you're suffering from what, beta? You were supposed to be in paradise. It is You Can Heal Your Life by Louis Hay. Okay? Good. There are many such small meditations you can do. Maybe next time we'll do another kind of a meditation. So, काली medicine देंगे, very effective. मैं समझी नहीं. Thank you. So, Amita, you said you're suffering. So pain is inevitable if you are not well, but suffering is a choice, they say. Own tumor without allopathy. Who is that? Who cured her own tumor without allopathy? Shweta. Is she the person? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. I read this book about 20 years back. Yeah. I don't remember so much. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I think it's the same person. So, Amita, you're 55. It doesn't matter. Even I'm 53. So, yes, Louis Hay. Louis Hay. It is Louis Hay. That's what I shared. I just showed you the book. It's Louis Hay. So there are so many other books that you can read. You can read Conversations with God's changed my life, and the other books that I loved was Many Lives, Many Masters, and that series of what is that? Brian Weiss. Brian Weiss, Conversations with God. There is another book. Okay, आदत पड़ गई है. तो there is another book which is The Power of Now. That is what you need to read. Emotional intelligence you can read. मैं ये क्यों लगा के बैठी हूँ? So ऐसी बहुत सारी books हैं. एक तो शुरू करो. Conversations with God. One तो शुरू करो. Near death experience. I've got a lot of books on near death experience and life after death and all that. Yes, I've read that also. Anita Murjani's books also I've read. Right now, I am reading Aghora. That's what I'm reading right now. It's completely on Tantra and the Hindu rituals of Tantra. So that is what I'm reading right now. Anyway, so it's 11:30. Oh my God, I didn't realize it was so long. So it's been 2 hours. I think more than 2 hours. I think I will shut down because now I think I'll have a coffee. I'm hungry now. Bye, everyone. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Bye. It's going to be about the laws on adoption. So if you know anybody who's wanting to adopt a baby, or anybody who has adopted a baby, or anybody who's having difficulty in adopting a baby, please ask them to join the session. Okay? Good. That's very good, Rita. Good. Okay. Good night, everyone. Take care. And this is a meditation you can do on your own whenever you want. Bye. शैली कितनी देर बैठी रहूंगी क्या बात करूंगी बताओ ना कल वापस आना है परसों वापस आना है सैटरडे को फिर से आना है फिर से I'll come back with the free readings that I'm going to do. So see you. Bye.